Hello guys, welcome to this lesson. In this lesson, you will learn how to model curved roof beam rafter using I section that will actually accept connection design in ProtaStructure. So we are going to be considering logical modeling, and it is going to be a step-by-step lesson so you learn how to model this curved roof beam rafter using I section properly in this lesson. Okay, you should have to know that the connection between roof beam rafter and steel column or stanchion is a moment connection. So all of these columns to this roof beam rafter or roof beam curve rafter are all a moment connection. And then ProtaStructure have actually provided some connections that will help us tackle the design successfully. But if you come over to this other part of the structure, you can see that the roof beam rafter is actually being supported by reinforced concrete columns. So most of the times you have issues if you model it wrongly, having your connections properly designed successfully. So before we proceed, if the first time you've come across our video on our channel Soft Freezing Academy, consider subscribing and stay connected. Let us make progress. I will be navigating to a new environment so we can learn how to properly model this roof beam rafter. Mind you, this Prota version is version 2022. Okay, so let's navigate through the file menu. I'll go to the recent project and I'll open this modeling logic project. I click on yes to save the changes. Okay, so we want to actually model the I section curve roof beam rafter between the reinforced concrete columns and as well as the stanchions. So the first step is for you to navigate to the modeling tab right here and then get to truss option. Click on it and then you pick the first point. At the top constraint of the column, pick the second point. And then you will have the truss generator window. Navigate to this type of truss. And then you can see various patterns right here, which you can actually adopt. But I want to go by this one. I will just select that. And straight away the apex height right here, I have to change it to 1000 millimeters. You can see it right there. Then I can decide to increase the numbers of spans right here to 8 numbers, just like this. Then I have to navigate to the members and then make sure that I use the top chord as UB, like universal beam. I'll be considering this section of 203 by 102 by 23 kg. Click on select option and then you click on the OK option. Alright, after which I can navigate to general and then I can click on OK option to check how it is being supported by the reinforced concrete columns. So once it supports like this, you may have some challenges having it connected to this column. So what you have to do now, when we proceed, escape from the keyboard and double click on the truss. Then we use the option of left vertical offset and right vertical offset. Alright, so over here we'll be using minus 200 millimeters in that provision. To offset that end downward, we'll also use minus 200 millimeters to also offset the other end downward. Click on the OK and observe it. Alright, I think this is much better to some extent, but we need to push it upward a bit. So double click on the truss again, and then over here we'll change this to 100 millimeters offset. Also change this left vertical offset to 100 millimeter offset. Click on OK options. And this seems to be better to some extent, but I'm not okay with it. So I will make it 150 right here. And then this other end 150. All right. After which click on the OK option. This is good by me. So once the supports are properly organized just like this, you now proceed to modify the trusses. Double click on the truss and then get straight away to user define truss options. Over here I will have to just click right there and do a window to select I want to select both the bottom chord, the vertical and the diagonals members. Then I use delete on the keyboard to delete them just like this, after which I have modified this truss. So if you get back to general, you will notice that the property of this truss is not longer prompting, so you can make changes. That is why you have to take time to make changes to the top chord of the truss as you wish. Now I can click on the OK options to have just the curve I section beam rafter being supported by these two reinforced concrete columns successfully, you can see. So this is the way to model for you to be able to have its connection work is either by user defined, which I will explain later. Stick to the video. So let's proceed to model for this particular steel stanchions. We use the same pattern. Just proceed to the modeling tab and then click on the truss again. To activate it, pick the first point at the top constraint of the stanchion and the second point right there to still have this this user defined top chord of curve rafter, but we wouldn't want to use this one, so you just have to navigate back and then select on this type of truss, and then the pattern could be this one. We proceed to modify the apex height to be 1000. We increase the numbers of span also here to be 8 successfully, just like this. As you can see, this is what we are having. Now we have this option of left cantilever length, so we are going to be using 1000 millimeters, right cantilever length 1000 millimeters as well. So you can see where we have our support. So if you click on the OK option to observe it, this is what you get. But this is not what I intended. So this will not necessarily give you the connections that we wish. So we proceed. We are going to be looking at the vertical offset. We use minus, or we can try 500 from here first, and then look at this as well, minus 500 millimeters right here, just like this. After we click on the OK options to observe it. Okay, so this is nice. This is nice. Just double click on the truss again, navigate to the user define truss options, and then I will need to remove the bottom chord, the vertical, and as well as the diagonal. Having then selected, you click on the delete option on the keyboard to get rid of it. So we have modified this truss, having only the top chord active to serve as our curve roof beam rafter. So if you get back to the general tab right here, you notice that the property information is not longer active. Okay, and then you have the truss just like this. So once you are able to model it this way, the connection will work here perfectly well, and this will also, the other one for the reinforced concrete members will also accept user defined connection. Okay, so this is the right way to actually model this I section curve roof beam rafter successfully using ProtaStructure. So let's look at our model. If you navigate to these provisions and then I open this model, I have to click on yes option to save this previous one that we have just model successfully. Okay, so now from here, I want to be navigating to ProtaSteel. If you check these members, this has been properly analyzed successfully. All the members have passed design. As you can see, this is the curve beam. It has passed design successfully, and this is the section selected right here. So you can check every other thing that you wish to check right here. Okay, and then the stanchion as well have also been designed successfully. So let's check the steel member design for this particular stanchion that we selected. So from here you can see that this has been designed, although this section is too high. Okay, it has to be modified. Okay, it has to be modified. So you can also check the design report from here and every other important thing that you need to check. From this view ratio, we need to optimize it successfully, but for the sake of these presentations, we will not really go into that. So you click on the OK options. Let us navigate to the ProtaSteel. From the analysis tab right here, you can see video analysis is successful on this particular model. We get to the drawings and reports. So here is ProtaSteel. Just click on it once and then give it some time to actually load the whole of this model into ProtaSteel. So we can now look at the connections that ProtaSteel have actually provided for us for this type of steel structure. Click on the OK option or yes option right there. Okay, so here is the model in ProtaSteel. Now, ProtaSteel have actually provided a connection for the curved roof beam I section rafter to stanchion successfully, just to a steel stanchion. But once it comes to reinforced concrete member connection, there is no connection provided for this. All right, so the connection provided for this particular point, you can find it through this option of beam to column connection. If you open it up, so here is the connection. It is called wing columns connection right there. So that is the connection you can use to actually connect the curved beam rafter to the stanchion right here. As you can see, that is being connected right here on this model. But once it comes to reinforced concrete member like this, you have to model it the way I did the modeling, just as I've shown us on the other window. Then after that, what you have to do is to create a user-defined connections. I thought I have created, I've made a video lesson on that user-defined connection. So you will use plate to create it, just as I've created a plate on top of here. So this time around it's going to be by the face right here. You create the plate and be able to support this through the plate after you provided the bolts successfully. So that will be embedded in the concrete, of course. So that is the only way you can actually connect this concrete beam rafter to the reinforced concrete column. Otherwise, there is no connection for now for this type of members successfully. But for this member over here, we can use this wing column connection to actually do that. But this is a beam to wall connection, you can see from here, which you cannot use it here because this is not wall. All right, so that is how you can be able to actually model this type of curved beam rafter with I sections, and then the connection that ProtaSteel actually give to us successfully. Okay, so if you have any question, you can drop it in the comment sections, and in the description of this video we have a group chat where you can also join to learn and improve your knowledge. We also have an ongoing masterclass on the design of steel structures, and as well as reinforced concrete structure using ProtaStructure. If you want to actually learn it and become pro in the use of this software ProtaStructure, you can join. We have resumed with our classes, so you can join us. All right. Okay, so we stop here. We'll see you in the next presentation. Have a great day, and bye for now.